Hello everyone, I know how excited you are. Now we have a fully working map. Except one thing, we should have an info window so that when we click on a marker, we should see a pop-up here includes the place's name and address. How can we do this? We are going to use something called info window in Google Maps. So let's check its code here. Let me give you a side note. Did you see this line of code? Var map equal this line till here. It looks exactly like this line. This is how Google Maps API itself works. It follows the same pattern. So don't just think that the info window is using a difficult pattern or something else, or that you need to learn it. No. All you have to do is to initialize it just like we did with marker and with map, and to pass some variables to it. Okay, for example, here we have something called content, but in our marker we had something called position. So let's copy this code here, and we should have our content here. We can just copy this. Okay, that's a very big content. We will delete it, and maybe we will replace it with something like place name, or just keep it my venue.venue.name. Okay, so now we have created here, we have create a marker. Here we are creating an info window. Now we have our marker and we have our info window. So something's missing here is to link both of them together. How do we do this? If you read this code till the end, you will see this. Here, let's paste our code at the beginning. When we click on our function, we will add an event listener called click. So when we click on our marker, this function would be executed. This function executes another function called open. The open takes two parameters, our map instance and the specified marker instance. So that's it. Let's keep it open, and info window. I guess that's fine. Just open an info window. Okay, let's check our application. Google is not defined. I guess you know how to fix it, right? Window dot. Okay, let's click on a marker. Okay, that's fine. You see our problem here? Did you see this? I'm sure you see our problem. Our code is working fine. We have our info window and we have our place name here, so everything's looking good, except one thing, that all of them are open in the same time. To fix it, and this is a very common issue using the info window that you should be aware of, you should get rid of the content. Okay, take this outside just like your map. Let's add some comment here, create a map, display or display dynamic markers. Okay, now we have only one info window instead of having multiple info window variables as we did with our marker. We will have only one. In our info window here we have open info window. Let's keep this comment here. Okay, let's keep it. Click on a marker. First thing, it will open an info window. But before opening an info window, we should change the content. How do we change the content? By using a function called setContent and pass our content here. Let's try our code. Okay, did you see how we fixed our issue? All we did is that we have one info window, and when we click on any marker, the first thing is that we set the content of that info window. We set it to this variable. After that, we open it. So when it opened with the new content. Okay, that's it. I guess you grasped the idea, and hopefully you can avoid these mistakes while coding your neighborhood map. That's it. We have finished our lesson, and see you in the next lesson.